Hello everybody, it's Michelle Marie, the North American Snow Queen. Hail Mary me, tell you, of course, now we're doing a studio broadcast. Is a retort to a FBI director named Mr. Comey, who complained about the security and anti-surveillance software that has been introduced in both iOS 8.0 and the newer version of Google Android's product. Mr. Comey, I want to first of all point out one thing to you. As Jimmy Buffett would say, it's your own damn fault. Okay, it's your own damn fault, because the fact is, instead of going through the appropriate means of making sure to protect and serve the American people, you have constantly demonstrated that you guys do not have any concern about the well-being of people. You should have basically, what the FBI should have done is they should have grabbed General Alexander, pulled him by the scruff of his neck, grabbed him into a private office and said, "What the beep are you doing? Where are you getting the right to steal all this data, made-up data from people? Don't you realize that the repercussions of your PRISM actions are going to have against the American people? The people that we're supposed to protect and serve? The people that we're supposed to make sure are not doing bad things? The people that are supposed to be watched because they are predatory behaviors as pedophiles and or just scumbags? You basically have made a laughingstock out of single American to the point where now they're locking their friggin' devices up tighter than Fort Knox and then some, because we can't even if we get a search warrant for justified cause to search a device, can't even get in without the passcode because the people won't give it to us. Because they don't trust us anymore to protect and serve our own country. Why do you think that you need to violate Section 311 of the Copyright of the Patriot Act and harvesting all this metadata on every goddamn American citizen? And now we can't even do our legitimate powers to protect and serve the American people. When real bad people do really bad things to us. I wonder what Miss Alexander would have said. I wonder if you were Alexander, what would you say to Comey? I would have said to him, where were you when we were talking with President Obama and Bush and Clinton about all these programs? Where were you when at the same time you were telling American citizens that to protect themselves against cybercrime that they should be encrypting all their data? And now they went ahead and did exactly what you told them to do because of my organization, the National Security Agency, has basically had his lid blown off of a clandestine secret operation by Edward Snowden, and now basically everybody knows now to keep their files secured under lock and gate. I wonder what Comey would say to that. First of all, let me tell you what I think. Ladies and gentlemen, our government is a two-faced, honestly. It's true that if under Section 311 of the Patriot Act was not executed in such broad powers, we would not have had to deal with this, would we? We would have just basically said, gee, isn't that incredible? Well, guess what? Because of the great distrust the American people have felt for our own country, people are telling the government, I don't want you to know about my personal life. I don't want you to know how many shits I took today. I don't want you to know what it smells like. I don't want you to know what I had for breakfast. I don't want you to know what I had for dinner last night. And it's all because you people just couldn't seem to get it through your thick skull that you have basically exposed my life in ways that a good portion of the American people are not the kind of people who tolerate fools gladly. We never have, we never will. The truth is, American people, the average American is going to tell you straight out, I don't want you to know how much money I have in the bank. I don't want you to know what political persuasion I am. I don't want you to know where my kids go to school. I don't want you to know where my wife works, or where I work. I don't want you to know how many guns or lack of I have in my home. I don't want you to do all that. But yet, because of what you did, because of the way you violated the American people's trust by creating the PRISM program that Edward Snowden blew a whistle on, which is basically a giant data grab net to grab data on every single godforsaken American citizen, you have lost the trust of every American. From now on, they don't want to trust you anymore. And if you think that we understand and respect when a police officer shows up at a door with a search warrant, a lot of Americans would tell you straight out where to go, and they will not be ready because they don't trust you. You have lost the trust of the American people. The American people have said, I don't trust you anymore. Okay? Is that true? So, Mr. Comey, if you really want to bitch at somebody, don't bitch at the American companies that are basically hardening their phones. Why don't you bitch to the people over there at the national security agencies who started this mess in the first place who are the main data gathering, shut down the godforsaken NSA data center in Utah? I hope when not Utah, I hope when Silver Lake blows its top and fills every one of your goddamn air filters with volcanic dust from here until next year. I hope to God that your data center burns to the fucking ground. Oh, actually, I won't have to worry. When the pyroclastic flows, I think you won't have to worry about that. Your data center will be toast. Because the truth is you're the ones who created this problem, shithead. Not the American people who are trying to protect what little rights we have left. However, there are some of us, myself included, who have decided to make every piece of information about me available to anybody who really wants it. My life is an open book. You can go anywhere and ask anything about where I am to any soup kitchen in this area, which is only 2. I've been in only one lately, which is the one in Winston. My file, from my medical file, is out there on the internet. My information with the Federal Bureau of Investigation is an open book. My information with the National Security Agency is an open book. My information, which is probably on file with GCHQ, is an open book. I let you know what I'm doing every day. I let you know where I'm going every day. You don't have to. I just do it because I have nothing to hide. Because I'm not afraid. I am not afraid. For the truth will always win out, no matter what. But what gets me so upset is when you listen to these bureaucrats, the way they talk about how, oh no, everything we need to know is all being locked down because people don't trust us anymore. How mentally retarded are you? Of course they don't trust you anymore. Because they don't feel that you're being honest. If you really truly wanted to give people a back off, then stop hounding Edward Snowden. Let him come back here to this country if he chooses. Have a legitimately fair court case. Not a kangaroo court case where he means basically everybody's going to stack the records against him. Let him have an honest court case by a jury of American citizens, not military tribunal or anything like that. Everyday men and women. If he chooses to come back here. Let them speak. Let them tell you if he's guilty or innocent. But while we're at it, why don't we also have a trial of the NSA? Let's put you people on the same defendant's chair. I would love to hear you argue, to me, as an American citizen, that you think that the idea of the Patriot Act data gathering is okay. And I also would like to ask you this. If you think it's okay to go out there and do a dragnet sweep of everybody's files and everybody's life, and yet you see you only keep it for such a short time, then why do you need such a massive, colossal data center in Utah? Brand new. Thing is only a tenth of the capacity. Why do you need that? That doesn't make any sense to me. If you really only give me information just to spy on bad people, why do you need a data center that can hold more information than even Google does? Why? Why do you need that? That's the whole point I'm trying to say. And yet, you got people and the Federal Bureau of Investigation and police officers in the Los Angeles Police Department and NYPD complaining, oh, we can't even get into the phones because people have locked them down with iCloud passwords and made sure that you can't receive information because it's locked down. By the way, let me tell you one thing. Let's speak about the people's perspectives for a second. The same problems that our wonderful spies are having. That's this. What happens if you forget your passkey? If they can't get your data back, you can't either. That's right. So you see, kind of security like that is a double-edged sword. You can't get your data back because you lost your passkey. And there's no one else that has a copy of it. Oh, but then you might be saying this, if I write my passkey down somewhere, yeah, but then what happens if somebody gets the passkey? It's just like if I left the key to my front door right outside the front door. The front door would be locked, but the key's right there, so they don't even have to smash the window again, do they? Oh yeah, label the key. To open the front door, use this. Can you really say, oh, I'm sorry, but officer, somebody broke an entry. Excuse me, Michelle. What? It says right here, to open front door, use this key. Oh, sorry, it's not breaking an entry. You gave them the key to do it. See? So now people aren't going to do that. What's worse is when people, for example, I find these iPhones on eBay or iCloud locked, and you can't even get the phones unlocked. Your iPhones, if they're iCloud locked, are garbage. You can't even unlock them, ever. That's created a lot of problems for companies that buy legitimate secondhand cell phones from people who may have forgot to remove the iCloud lock. They can't get the phones unlocked because they don't have the key. They don't have the key because it involves the person's username and password. And depending on the person, they may have forgotten to just unlock it. Oops. Or they may have forgotten that they had locked it in the first place and forgotten to remove the lock. Oops. Of course, what it was supposed to do was to stop people who were trying to steal phones